4 times during the year when we had our dances. If somebody else from the club did not ask you to a date, you were assigned a date.
Usually, stages are you talking and then you text, like conversating. Yeah.
Drugs are a big deal.
Wasn't there just big drug busts at your school?
I
have a lot of friends that do it and stuff. They don't really like kind of pressure me about it.
Yeah,
they just kind of keep it to themselves. If you ask them about it, they'll talk to you, but they don't really pressure you about it.
In high school, you couldn't chew gum.
Well, there was that gun thing at, what was it, Woodrow Wilson last week?
Oh yeah, where you just shot the air.
Yeah. Well, that kid died not too long ago. Like last week. Yeah, he was running away from a guy. He was having an affair with the guy's wife.
And had gotten a hold of some beer somewhere, and that was a big thing. And of course they got caught, and it was not a good scene.
Like some senior got busted with like a bunch of roaches and bombs in his car.
There was a traffic marker that they used in our town. It was a safety Sally. We thought that it would be neat to put one of those at the top of one of our light poles at the stadium. That made the papers and got us an invitation to the principal's office.
Part of my daily routine, my weekly routine was to go to church on Sunday. The whole family went to church.
It was, oh, they're church girls. They don't do anything wrong. And every time you made a comment in class, she's like, oh, you're a church girl. Are you allowed to say that? Or because like my friend was like, that's what she said. And the girl goes, are you allowed to say that? Is God going to care? And don't you go to church?
Your church home was like part of your home.
I don't think a lot of my friends know that I go to church.
All my friends know I do.
Make it be known.
My best friend and my boyfriend go to church a lot. My other best friend doesn't.
It was a way of life.
Talk about it with a bunch of people and everything.
Yeah, like in my school, like we're like the IB program, so everybody's like into science stuff. Like, oh, that God can't be real, blah blah. So like I'm debating most of math class with all these people who are like, God isn't real, none of that matters, blah blah. And I'm like, well, pretty sure it does. And like as hard as I try to convince them, like they won't budge. It's kind of frustrating at times.
The biggest thing, national crisis that affected my whole life was World War II.
That Cuban Missile Crisis, and really being fearful of something happening on American soil.
Right now, like that stresses me out is like I'm scared about senior year. I'm scared about not getting into college. Yeah, that's too. Like being able to go anywhere. Like,
of course, almost every family had people that were drafted, or they were in the war. I mean, in one of the militaries.
Also, I feel like in our culture, it's like a taboo thing to talk about. Like, you don't bring up religion because somebody's going to get offended. So it's not really an open thing to just talk about. Now that technology is so huge, the media has like skewed our ideas of how our life should be and how we should act and stuff like that.
And I'll never forget when the atomic bomb was hit Yokosuka in Japan in August of '45. My mother got a phone call and said, we're having a service tonight to pray for our country and for those people who died in this terrible tragedy. And the church was overflowing with people.
That's similar to the reaction, I think, after the Twin Towers fell in New York.
Oh, yes.
It feels like no one believes in waiting until you're married anymore. Like, I just like them to know that we have respect. Sometimes they get so upset with us, and the kids these days, they don't respect them. I do.
What would attract you to be active in the life of the church? What kind of things do you like?
Community.
Good name. Good name for a church.